Good morning. I wanted to talk about values today. And I think it's really important for us to consider these beliefs and principles that guide our actions and our decisions, right? Every day we make a decision to do something. Every day we make a decision to interact with something. And every interaction and decision has a value of how we show up. And so understanding what your values are and what your principles are for who you are going to be guiding posts for how you execute things in your life. And so here's a little bit of guidance on how to think about that. Why don't you go ahead and reflect on the key areas of your life? That could be career, personal, relationship, spiritual, things you do for fun. Create buckets of certain key areas in your life, and then just jot down a couple of things that are important for you for how you show up in those. And once you do that, think about also the things that inspire you, right? Where do you show up the best? Like, for example, with me, I show up the best when I'm interacting with people, when I am either receiving or giving guidance, when I'm reading books and learning new things. I feel best when I'm growing. And so I really think about those things. Once I've outlined those key principles and the things that I love to do, I will pick about 10 values that fit within all of those items. And then I will go ahead and define the values. And so my definition of authenticity might be very different than your definition of authenticity. My definition of fun might be different than yours, etc., and etc. So it's really important to define them as to what they mean to you. Once you define them, prioritize them. And what that means is you're going to want to understand, is being authentic and trustworthy more important than having fun? And if it is, that will guide how you show up in a situation where you have to be authentic and really tell the truth, regardless if it's going to be fun or not. And so once you have them prioritized, you create actionable items on how you want to execute on them. And actionable items for me, for example, some of the top things that I have are authenticity, trust, independence. The other is serving and being gracious to people. And so, what that means is, how do I show up when I'm in front of others and I'm being fully truthful and honest and authentic? So, for example, right now, you see me. This is how I am in everyday life, and this is how you see me on camera. So, that's like number one way that I like to live my values. If you have any other questions, let me know. I'd love to hear what yours are. This is a really fun exercise because you'll learn a lot about yourself. So I encourage you to really think about, what values do you live by?